How will the world end?
Horribly.
Not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Well, you should have asked me when, because it's gonna be pretty soon, I think.
More than likely, it will be our own fault.
Climate change. It's happening, people.
The current thing with climate change, I think it's gonna be that.
There's this small thing called climate change. That's probably going to kill us all.
Climate change is going really great, humans, really great.
So, like, I think it's gonna be that, hopefully. And I know this sounds kind of crazy because I don't obviously want the world to end, and I'm kind of actually afraid of dying, so I don't need that, I don't want it yet.
And we are spiraling towards an incredible turmoil at the moment. Doesn't make me feel any better.
We're at a tipping point at the moment. I think that's generally acknowledged within scientific communities. And people with common sense, I guess, generally kind of accept that. And there are a lot of changes that need to be made, and some people, some countries, some organisations are making changes, some aren't.
But I say hopefully because I feel like even though it's getting worse nowadays, like every day you see the news and you hear something about like how the climate is getting worse and stuff like that, I think it's still gonna take a bit of time for that to happen, hopefully. So that could and would mean that we still have some time, because if the world would end in a war or some kind of like I don't know, like something other than climate change, that would probably be sooner, I think.
But there is also, you know, a lot of people that don't believe awful things are happening to our planet at the moment, and don't believe the likes of climate change, even though we see it more and more regularly nowadays.
It's that or the Yellowstone, I believe.
I would say nuclear weapons. Or maybe rogue AI robots, androids. Maybe they were gonna kill us all.
There's like a million options to kill ourselves, really. And we're doing great, actually, because like, yeah, climate change.
There's quite actually a couple of 5 even million years the sun to consume us.
Sun may explode or turn into the black hole, or an epidemic might break out that would just wipe us out. Or
Albert Einstein, I think, said that he doesn't know what weapons we're going to use in the World War III, but he knows that on World War IV we're going to use sticks and stones. The next big war we are going to have is going to send us back to the Stone Age. Everyone has nuclear weapons now. It's terrifying.
If we're talking about the end of humanity, I don't think there's going to be a nice way that it will happen. It will be one of those horrible scenarios, yes, whether it's a war of some kind, or a global famine, or yes, you know, a giant super volcano, or another, you know, asteroid hitting us. You know, we at the moment I think we can only ever observe something like 0.2% of space at any one time, and there could be things coming towards us right now that we don't know about, that may turn up next week or in 10,000 years. We don't know. But I think either way it's going to be fairly horrific.
I wouldn't trust the sun to end us. I would trust that we would condemn ourselves earlier.
So I think our end, whenever that may be, hopefully it's a long, long way away, but I think it will be of our own doing, and I certainly don't think we'll be off colonising other planets by that point either, unfortunately.
In the future we might, maybe not us, but like future generations may fight for places to live, for water, food, So maybe we're just gonna kill ourselves. So
I believe it's a question of drought. So if there's water, too much water, I believe we will drought as well, because you can't drink sea water. You will die. But if this is a question, would you die in flames or in drowning? Thank God you didn't ask that. Thank God you didn't ask that.
AI is developing rapidly as we speak. And I personally believe that if we let AI develop itself as far as it is right now, it will eventually reach to the point where the AI is determined that it is the superior being in this world. And everything bad that has ever happened is man-made. And AI, that's all about logic and solutions based on science. It would never let the world get into the state that it is now. So the logical solution was to eradicate humanity. So there's that. So that's what AI is probably going to do. I hope not, because I want to live.
Before I start describing how it will end, the question should be like, is it gonna end?
I don't think it will.
We can think about the fact that you have like a white animal, and this animal is in there like eating plants and consuming the nature, and one day this animal will die. Technically, that's the end of his path, but the body will be there and will be like consumed by earth, and all this like natural process, biological process will happen. And if we start breaking down every one of these steps, we're gonna have like just the basic particles and everything, and even if we break, we'll see that there is a cycle. We'll see that the nature is always finding a way to put all these substances in a loop.
Because like we had this amazing earth that was kind of like given to us, not any religious ways or anything like that, but just like a place to live, to place to create ourselves, and we killed it. So I think the nature will fix itself.
But it could be a new beginning. Who knows? Maybe society has gotten so far, so decadent, so disturbing, so corrupt, that maybe we need a new beginning.
So whenever someone is like super desperate about the end of the world, I try to keep that in mind, you know, like life finds a way to keep the engine running. And we should not be super scared about that. I'm not saying that you should deny climate change or just start believing in weird theories. Please, like, vaccinate your kids. That's not my point in here. What I'm saying is, whenever we step backwards and look to life and look to the world, kind of outside from our own existence, and think about a macro layer on all of this, we'll see that we are living in this loop and everything is like a circle. And part of it involves like destruction, adaptation, and, you know, like rebuilding. So how's the world gonna end? I don't know. My world is gonna end whenever I actually leave this planet. Probably, if I'm lucky, my memory will still be here for a while, at least for my kids or my family. If I'm like extraordinary, I'll actually keep some memory from the other ones. But the world per se, it's gonna keep existing. Maybe not in the way that I know it, but it will be there. It's just my opinion.
I think that world is so much bigger than us. I don't think world is going to end. World as we know it might end. But does the world need us? No.